So how did your life change when you had a baby in terms of your career?
I just had to be a lot more structured. I think before you're a mom, you have a lot more sort of time to be indulgent. And now I just don't have that time. There's not a minute to waste, and I want to spend every second I can, helping my family in some way. So what I'll do is I'll sort of divide my day. I have half the day with the kids and half the day working. And I know how lucky I am to be in a situation where I have that flexibility. But that's how I divide it. And I'm very structured. I kind of plan out my week way ahead of time. On a Sunday, I'll know exactly what hours I'm home and what hours I'm working.
Has there been one particular piece of information that you've provided for your readers that sort of stands out that you find yourself saying over and over again?
I wish. No, there isn't. I mean, I think the one thing from my baby book that has stuck with me that I say to moms all the time because it really helped me is a lot of the advice centered around the theme that you have to take care of yourself as a mom to be a good mother to your kids. And I think that it's so easy to forget when you have babies that everything's for them. And you hear women all the time say, I don't even have time to shower. Well, I never really understood that. You know what? Your baby can be a pack and play outside the bathroom and you can shower even if you have no help. That kind of stuff I think is really important to feel good about yourself. That allows you to be a better mother. And so I think too often women tend to forget about taking care of themselves and feel guilty taking care of themselves, even though I think that leads to happy moms lead to happy kids.
So what advice do you have to other moms who are aspiring journalists or authors?
I think most of my advice centers around just women who are kind of considering whether to work or not. I think especially in this economy, if anything, it's shown us for the kind of security and safety of your family, I personally believe it's best to hold on to some sort of job, to have one foot in the workplace at all times, because I think that kind of makes your family more financially secure. I think in this day and age, we can't really afford to just rely on one person in a couple to earn all the money and the other person not to. I think it's just important to have a little bit, even if you're not working, to maintain a really strong network and to do things that will allow you to step in a lot more easily. I mean, we can all say to people that it'll be really easy to return in 5 years. It simply won't be, and especially in certain professions, like in the law, things change. Technology, things change really rapidly. So there are certain professions that aren't great for that. In terms to answer your question about writing, though, I think that now there's more opportunity for writers than ever before, because with websites, there's so much more need for content. So you don't have to set your sights necessarily on being a published book author. There's plenty of other opportunities to be, a columnist on a website. There's just so many people that probably want your help, and I think that's a great way to begin.